Hello, this is Naz from NB Network Lessons. Hope everyone's doing okay and having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome. Today's topic of discussion is voltage in capacitor in terms of current. In my last lecture, I introduced you what exactly the capacitor is. If you need to refresh, just go ahead and watch my previous lecture. But essentially, what happens in capacitor is that when the current flows, you have positive charge which builds up over here on this plate, okay? And then any electrons and protons or positive charge on this side, you have that on this plate. So the positive charge will repel the positive charge, and then the only thing left is negative, which is basically potential difference, and you have a voltage right here, okay? And this voltage is stored as capacitor is a device which stores electric charge. All right, the more current you have, the bigger size of the plate you have, more voltage you will have. From a previous lecture, if you recall, inductor, when we talked about inductor, we said voltage is equal to L dio dt. In other words, voltage is directly proportional to rate of change in current. If the current changes, your voltage also changes. So keep that in mind. Now, in case of capacitor, what we have is current is equal to C dV over dt. Okay. So in this case, the more current you have, the more voltage you have. So keep that in mind. We need to really isolate rearrange this equation and just find the voltage, which I plan on doing in my next lecture. So for now, just keep this equation in your mind. And also, just to let you know that in capacitor, if I is 0, okay, that doesn't necessarily means that the stored charge in the capacitor is going to be 0. What it means is that it's not changing. You have voltage already accumulated, you have positive charge, you have negative charge, and there's no current flowing. That means the stored charge in the capacitor is still there, okay? Now, if I is greater than 0, what does that mean? That means that your voltage is increasing, because you're going to have more positive charges, which are going to repel more positive charges on the right hand side, and you're going to have more electrons over here. So if I is greater than 0, then you have more voltage. Okay, what about if I is less than 0? If I is less than 0, then your voltage is decreasing. Voltage is decreasing. So keep that in mind. In my next lecture, what we will do is that we will play with this equation, we will rearrange it, and we will find this equation and isolate V. All right. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that. If you like the contents, go ahead and give me a like, and also please share, as sharing is caring. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.